Yo, welcome back to the channel. Small detour from our normal content. So I want to do this. I didn't really want to do any of this stuff because I don't want my channel to seem like something it's not. And you know, who cares? You know, I'm kind of like a free spirit anyway. So I'm gonna spread my wings. We're gonna check this out. At 10 times Johnny Depp tried to warn us about AH. Can't say that, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to get out. Nah, we're just gonna watch this and see what happens. It just popped up literally, so I'm interested. I mean, I think all of us is like binging it's like a series, it's like a show.
Do you have a message for your fans right now, Mr. Depp?
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened and I don't know what to do. I'm confused and I want to go home.
He has 3 homes, by the way, or 4.
You promoted the Mandy Lane film.
No, I didn't.
You weren't there? Okay,
No, I didn't go to Toronto. I was filming my show.
Because there were so many other people.
Hold on one second.
No problem.
Courtney, I can't do this if people are coming in and out of the door. It's really distracting. Extremely.
Cute.
Bro, she seems so controlling. Like, I never realized this before, bro. I guess because she was kind of like to us in Johnny's background, right? So, but in her eyes, you could tell she's running the show, bro.
Would you listen to this, please? This is punching. It's one of the ones that's punching. Let's skip one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Basically,
Smiling.
I had a pretty nasty injury. The first bottle went just past my ear, and the second one was a larger bottle, and she threw it from about this distance. And it smashed into the bar, which and this finger, the tip of the finger was severed. All the bone in here was completely shattered. I mean, it looked like Vesuvius.
And personally, Johnny is one of the most soulful and kind-hearted and gentle humans that I know. So to see him get transformed into a man.
Do you think that his career will ever recover from this?
Johnny Depp, a man who's had a very interesting life in ways that are both funny and sad. This can be linked to the current predicament in his life as he's going through a long and rigorous court case with his ex-wife and Amber Heard, one that is calling his very nature and character into question, and he's in the fight for his life and reputation in order to prove that he isn't what Amber Heard says he is. And if you paid attention during certain points in his life, he kind of warned what was happening to him, even if you didn't realize it.
So we broke a story on the website yesterday. I gotta say, did not see this coming, but we found out not only is Johnny Depp getting divorced, but it is a bitter, nasty divorce.
Number 5, the split from his first wife. One could argue that the first signal was the one that we've sadly seen all too often, mainly that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard met on the set of the movie The Rum Diary. At the time, both of them were in other relationships, with Johnny being with his wife Vanessa Paradis. However, after meeting her, the two apparently fell for one another, and things kind of escalated from there, to the extent that both of them left their previous partners to go and be together.
You also spoke about recently becoming single. Has that been a strange adjustment for you?
You make sure your kids are okay, and that they understand, and it's normal. There's no reason for people to get sort of weird and hate each other.
Now, on one hand, this is something that happens all too often in Hollywood. We all know about the situation between Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, and Angelina Jolie, and this was very much along those lines in regards to another woman entering the man's life and changing it up. But the way it went down and the way Johnny was willing to leave Paradis after 25 years and a couple of kids should have been a signal that he was being seduced by someone that may not have had the best interest at heart.
Amber wrote an op-ed piece for the Washington Post in December detailing how her career had been damaged after she made accusations against Johnny. Johnny's lawyer says that these allegations were all a hoax to get the public to side with Amber in their divorce proceeding.
Well, Amber, you hang in there and, you know, fight your fight and you know your truth, whatever that is.
Though someone
you know your truth, whatever that is. We shouldn't be talking about shit before it's over, bro. And that's what people get, bro. Out here talking about shit, preaching about shit, thinking that like, oh, this person's right, this person's wrong. Bro, you don't know, bro. Shut up, observe, and watch, bro. And then at the end, you can judge all you want. Like, yo, I can't believe it. Yo, I knew all along. Yo, I actually thought. But people running their mouth before they actually know what's going on, bro. And then this happens. Now you're on screen saying, oh, Amber, you know your truth.
Somewhat ironically, when Johnny's character was called into question, Paradis was more than happy to speak about Johnny's true nature and say that Heard was lying. I've known Johnny Depp for more than 25 years. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. Paradis also acknowledged her awareness of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now, but insisted that those accusations were inconsistent with the true Johnny I've known. Hopefully Johnny understands the mistake he made by divorcing Paradis, because it's clear that though they ended their relationship on not the best of terms, she still has nothing but love and respect for Depp. Number 4, I want to go home. This one was something that everyone no doubt missed when it was first spoken, because it likely was taken as a Johnny Deppism. In 2016, before Johnny and Amber's saga of divorce and abuse filings came around, Depp was at the London premiere of Alice Through the Looking Glass, the sequel to the hit live-action take on Alice in Wonderland, where Johnny Depp played and was beloved for his role as the Mad Hatter. However, at said London premiere, he was asked if he had any messages for his fans, and here's what he said word for word. I'm scared to death, I'm frightened, and I don't know what to do. I'm confused and I want to go home.
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened and I don't know what to do. I'm confused and I want to go home.
Now, as you can see and hear, the people in the audience, including the interviewer, think
he actually has like the look of concern on his face too. Like you could see that shit. It's crazy. Nobody picked it up before, bro, but it's genuine, bro. I believe it 100%. You can't hide that, you know. And the thing is, being like one of the greatest actors in the world, it definitely comes with its cons, which is people think you are perfect and you're not. So my boy clearly had some demons that he was not telling the world about, and he lived with them.
Thinks that this is Johnny Depp being Johnny Depp, and even Johnny laughs at the end. But if you look at his face when he's saying those lines, when he's conveying them to the audience, does that look like a man who's joking to you? Does that look like someone who has the will to go and make light of a situation? We don't think so. What's more, this was at the movie premiere that was before his divorce was about to start. So this would have been one of the lower points in his life. So he would have no reason to make light of a situation like this. And let's go back to the words themselves. Notice all the things he said. He noted he was scared and frightened. What was he scared and frightened of? Then he said he was in a place where he didn't know what to do. What did he mean by that? It likely meant that he could see the situation with him and Amber spiraling out of control, and that he wasn't sure what was going to happen next, and he didn't know how to get out of it, which is enforced by something that we'll talk about later. Finally, he said he was confused and he wanted to go home. What was he confused about? Why Amber was doing this to him? Why someone he loved and cherished and wanted to be with in the best way possible was treating him in the worst way possible? And in regards to the go home line, he's not referring to his home with Amber, but just saying he wants to go to a place where he feels safe and secure, like a home should be. You might think that this is reading in between.
My girl actually said something about that too. She said that in the trial when he said that you'll never see my eyes again. She was like, you know why he doesn't want to look at her, right? So my perception of the whole thing was that he's just, it's like a punishment, like, you know, just straight up, right? And she said something that was pretty obvious now that I think about it, but I didn't see it before. She's his weakness, bro. She's his weakness. So all the BS aside, like if he looks that way, he's probably gonna cave or break character or say something or show an emotion he doesn't want to, right? Mislead the courtroom in any way. It's actually really smart, bro. I think that is the ultimate reason why he doesn't want to look at her or whatever.
Between the lines a little bit, but if you look at where he is now and what happened in 2016 when he did that interview, things line up. Number 3, his performances. Here's another thing you need to remember. At one point in time, Johnny Depp was one of the highest paid and most sought after actors in all of Hollywood. He was a young star via films like Edward Scissorhands. But when he came onto the big screen in his adult life via Pirates of the Caribbean and wowed people with his Jack Sparrow character, people fell in love with him, hands over first. He was being put into all sorts of movies, both good and bad, and acting alongside some of the biggest names in Hollywood like Christian Bale, Angelina Jolie, and more. He was a star, but if you track how he was during his prime and then what happened when he got married to Amber Heard, he very much started to take a downward spiral. He started using drugs and alcohol more. He started getting into trouble with things like customs, and to be clear, one incident was very much Amber Heard's fault. He started having money issues and started doing weirder and worse movies, like Transcendence, to try and make up for his losses and so on and so forth. And he helped ride the Pirates franchise into the ground. He was even said to be so out of it during Pirates 4 and 5 that they had to put an earpiece in him so they could read off his lines to him and thus have him say them because he couldn't memorize his parts of the script. That doesn't sound like a guy who has it all there, don't you think? While it's true we have seen actors go and change their habits and attitudes after getting fame and fortune, this turn was truly sudden and unexpected. So when you really think about it, this was a cry for help, because he was drowning in his marriage with Heard and was seeking any relief he could find to get out of it, even if for a short time. Number 2, the audio tapes. Fast forward a little, let's head now to the court case that is going on between Depp and Heard, because in the immediate times of the case, many people sided with Amber Heard because it wasn't clear who was telling the truth and who was lying. Heard was one claiming to be abused, and so people started to side with her, to which Johnny fired back with some evidence that proved it was the other way around, mainly an audio tape release that had the following. Amber, I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. I was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you. Depp, I left last night. Honestly, I swear to you, because I just couldn't take the idea of more physicality, more physical abuse on each other. Because had we continued it, it would have gotten effing bad. And baby, I told you this once, I'm scared to death. We are a effing crime scene right now. Amber, I can't promise you I won't get physical again. God, I effing sometimes get so mad I lose it. That changes a lot of the perspective, don't you think? And notice how he said the line, I'm scared to death. That's very similar to the London interview we cited earlier. Plus, the fact that he felt he needed to record that proves that he knew he was in danger.
I want to say something too. So Johnny actually recorded some stuff. It's obviously because he probably caught her recording stuff. So he's like, yo, I can set her up, and not set her up, but definitely find some situations where I could record, right? And so that way, if this ever does go to maybe he was even talking to his lawyers at the time. I don't really know. I'm none of us know, but he probably was talking to them already, thinking about getting a divorce, knowing it was unstable, setting up meetings, like doing all this stuff. And they were telling him like, hey, try to record incidents if you can. But she was clearly recording shit like far beyond the time he started doing it, you know, and taking pictures of him drunk and passed out and like with shit all over, like throw up all over his body and stuff. Like, come on, bro. Nobody who really cares about you is gonna do that. Like, that's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this video was gonna be something else, but I didn't really actually notice it was. I didn't know it was gonna be some dude talking, but I'm cool with it. Whatever. We're gonna rock with it.
That things might go even further south, and that he needed to be ready to defend himself. Number 1, what does this say about Johnny? After hearing all of these signals and messages, you might wonder why Johnny stuck it out so long with Amber Heard when it was clear she was bad for him. The answer to that is just Johnny's nature. He's not the kind of guy who leaves a relationship when it's bad. His mother, for example, was incredibly cruel to him, and yet he loved her until the day she died. He likely thought if he could endure what Amber was doing to him, things would get better. But alas, that wasn't the case at all. One must wonder what would have happened if we had realized these signals sooner. And there you have it, a look at how Johnny Depp has honestly tried to warn us about Amber Heard, and yet we didn't understand the meaning of it until now. Can you believe that Johnny Depp sent out that many signals to try and get help? Do you think that there were even more signals out there that we just didn't understand?
Thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't boring, you know what I'm saying? But I feel for Johnny, bro. Like, you know, this look right here, it's not a happy person, bro. It's somebody going through shit. And you imagine getting to a point in your life where you don't even know if anybody around you is a true friend or not. Like, you know, it's hard enough being not famous. Being famous, you have nobody to turn to. These are your moments to actually speak out and say stuff. But you got to be subliminal because you don't want to cause a stir or have your life turned upside down because of something you said. Like, it's like, dang, it's got to be difficult being famous, bro. Well, being famous and caring. I don't know. I'm out. Like us up.